I said, well, on both the replays that, we looked at, Ginobili hooks him, does the up-under move with the hook, and, obviously the referees just didn't want that contact at that time, so I just told Ron at halftime, you got to back off when it's time to back off. You just can't keep being persistent about that, because they sent you a warning signal, and that signal was back off. And so we ended up, giving them some momentum at half, and probably got the referees on the back end of, our game.
With offensive rebounding in general, you guys didn't have, I think, like 2 through the middle of the third quarter misses. Is that luck? What plays into whether or not you're getting on the glass to get some of those putbacks?
It's the offense. It's how you run your offense. A lot of us stand around, Powell, a lot of shots in isolation, and there's not a whole lot of second chance opportunities in that. Some of the rhythm shots are opportunities, but we didn't make them. We didn't make the opportunities for ourselves.
Phil, Lamar only had 8 shots, just a product of Powell being more aggressive than the last game, for example.
Well, they took off McDice, their guys, and they put on, smaller guys on Lamar, and then they put McDice on Ron as a matchup, and it was a pretty good matchup for them. It worked pretty well. That took advantage of Lamar's penetration ability, his ability to get some places, but he did go down in the post and got some passes and did some things in the second half that were successful.
Phil, can you talk about Kobe's shooting percentage? He's been shooting, he was 8 for 24 tonight, and previous night he wasn't that hot either. So what's your concern or remedy for Kobe's shooting? What do you tell him?
Well, I think he's got to get his legs back. Usually shooting's about, it all starts with the legs and strength of the legs and shooting. I thought he passed up a lot of good shots to pass to teammates for 3-point shots today. I don't know if he got up in the air and he felt he just wasn't at the elevation, didn't feel good about it, and moved the ball ahead.
Was there anything different about what Powell was doing on Duncan, obviously, between this week and last week? Duncan had a much better game.
He just backed him down, and we kind of came and doubled a couple times, and he made some really good passes off the double team, and we backed off the double, and then he backed him into the post and got some 6-foot shots, and those are things that we didn't cover as well as we should have.
Phil, do you miss Andrew, especially on defense?
Well, at times, there's some defensive half-court games that Andrew can change shots, and a guy like Duncan, he has the ability to block shots. Although Powers blocks his shot, challenges his shot. But Drew's always working on transition defense. That's a major part of the game that he works on when he comes back. But defensively, I think we feel we're a different type of defensive team without him. Though we are.
As I understand your defense, you're supposed to funnel people to shot blockers. So if one of them's missing, that kind of.
Well, then it's got to be a charge. It's still you're funneling a person to a position where someone's there and supposed to be ready. So that's one of the things we've been talking to this team about, is that we have to plug the lane and take the charges when it's necessary.
How'd you feel about Luke tonight?
I just told him it's good to get his feet wet. Go out there and get in the rhythm of playing a little bit. He still looks like he's a step behind, but he made some passes that led to assists, and that's something we need.
Are you concerned by this one step forward, one step back thing?
Well, it doesn't bode well for playoffs. You want a guy to get some momentum and continue to build as far as game to game. But we can't seem to put together from one opponent to the next. Maybe if we have one single opponent for 7 games, we'll be able to do that.